Are you new to Seint and you have no idea what to do when your box arrives? You get one of these palettes, you get a bunch of different tins of makeup and you think, oh my gosh, now what? Let's go through how to fill your palette, how to apply your makeup. It's really easy. I'm gonna go step by step. We're gonna fill our palette together, apply each shade as we fill the palette, and then you'll be ready to go. Step one, you get your palette, you're gonna open it up. It looks like this. This is the most universal size. This is the size 12. This is the one I recommend to all my clients because there's room for your whole face sort of on one level, and then you have a second level, either for eyeshadows or to grow into or to have multiple colors. Get started, it does have a mirror on top. I suggest putting your face first and then maybe eyeshadows on the second layer. Really do what works for you. A lot of women like to do their eyeshadows on the top because they've got the mirror and they can do the eyeshadows looking at the mirror. I started without eyeshadows, so I put my foundation colors on the top. So my first color is my lightest shade, and mine is white peach. Yours will be whatever has been matched to your skin tone. I like to go in when I'm starting with my fingers because I know that I'm going to pick up less makeup. So we're going to start with the first shade. Put it on the left-hand side, or this is what I like to do. I put it as the first color left to right because that's how I think and that's how I like to fill my palette. So let's just go in. I'm going to use my finger and apply this color. This is meant to highlight your face. So go down your face in all the places that you would need it. Just like that. Okay. And then the next color I like to put on is my color corrector. So that goes in second, just like that. Okay. Now again, I'm going to use my fingers. It's really fast. Oops. When they're alone in here, they move a little bit. So I'm gonna just put this in the places of my face where I have some redness, I have some scars, some little areas that I want to color correct. Now, this is meant for beginners right now. If you wanna do more specific or go slowly, use a small brush, you can do that. But this is for just natural minimal makeup and the way I like to apply, and it's quick, it's easy. And so that is what is second. Now, my third color is my main shade. It's kind of the darkest of the three, and I like to put it like this. So there's three in a row here. But if you prefer, you could do them all like this and have 1, 2, 3. So maybe we'll do it like that for this time. Now, this is the color that's gonna go everywhere else on your face other than where you put your contour. So I'm going to put it on my jawline. Now look at how this is like the perfect match for my skin. So this is just gonna, you almost don't even see it. Maybe you can see it right there. And this is gonna be filled in kind of like that. Okay, and then the fourth color, which I would match you to, is your contour. So now you have your 4 colors all in a row like that. And for the contour, I like to use a brush like this. This is the detail brush. It has a nice sort of edge right here that makes it easier to pick up like that. And I'm just gonna go in with this to do my contour. Now, if you don't wanna use your fingers, you could use this edge of the brush to apply your makeup lightly like this, right? But I like using my fingers to start off with, and I recommend that because then you know how much makeup you're picking up and you can kind of feel it and it's kind of tactile. But this is what we're gonna do next. We're gonna go into the contour. And then after I do the contour, I'll blend the rest of my makeup. I just want it to warm to my skin. So for my contour, you want to go from your ear, kind of like this, along your cheekbone. So here's your cheekbone, it kind of ends here. I like to go from my ear to the end of my cheekbone. Normally, the end of your cheekbone is where your eye ends, so that's why I did that. You can also, oops, my hair's in the way. You could also sort of tap it in like this if you want. Oh, I have like some redness on my face. I don't know where that's coming from. Okay, and then you can do it on the other side, same thing. And you can draw it like this if you want, or you can tap it. So let's just draw it. And then I like to put it along my hairline like this, and we will blend it in a moment. It's not picking up it. So just contour can be a little harder to work with, and it's moving. So the way I put it in here. So, and then once you have it, the hair does not want to cooperate. Once you have it, you want to just blend it down from your hairline down your forehead like this. And you can make it a little darker if you like, or not. And then just make sure whatever you're doing for your contour on your cheek, you're blending it up like that. There you go. And then I like to do a little bit on my nose with my, like this and like this. Now, don't forget to do your jawline. So go under your chin like this and bring it down. And then like this. Now, there's no rhyme or reason to, or there, you know, everyone can do their makeup differently. I'm saying like there's no rhyme or reason. Like you can do the order that you prefer. Some people like to do their contour first. Some people like to blend this in first. I do different things every single time. It's just what I feel like doing on a given day. But now I'm gonna go in, because this is sort of warm to my face, and I'm gonna just blend this in. And I like to just blend it like this. And I start at the bottom. I don't know why I started at the bottom, but just make sure if you have wrinkles like I do, make sure that you're getting the makeup really thin in a nice layer like this. And I don't know why my hair is everywhere today. And then blend in here. And I am not moving the makeup, I'm more like pressing it into my skin versus moving it. Like this. And it's meant to be like a second skin. And you're not supposed to put two colors in the same place. You're just layering each color in one place on your face. And that's what makes it so fabulous, because you're not gonna be layering product and you're not gonna make it creepy. Although my hair wants to keep bothering me. And then once I'm done with this, we will add our lip and cheeks. And as you can see, I'm still holding it with my hand and I haven't opened or closed any other items. It makes it so easy. I can't even tell you. Okay, so I think I've blended everything in. I'm looking in the mirror to make sure. And my hair, let's just get that little piece back because it just keeps falling down. Okay, so now you can see, I think I blended everything. Let me just make sure I blended this. Okay, now, so these are the first four colors that I just put on, and then you could do a lip and cheek like this. Oops, see, it's magnetic, so it's awesome. You can just pop it right in, and it pops right in like that. So for this one, this is Nude. It looks really dark. It's a beautiful sort of plummy, natural color. Like, I like to use my fingers for Nude because you can see how soft it is. And just make sure that you don't see those fingerprint marks. But if I use my brush, I could pick up way too much because it's a really soft consistency of this color. So just be careful. You'll figure it out when each color is a little bit different. Some are easier with the brush, some are easier with your finger. For some reason, this one lip and cheek Nude, I just think it's the consistency. And then whatever's left, you can put on your lips. Like that. And that is a lip and cheek. That's Nude. So, and then the last color could be anything that you want, but I like to use a lip gloss. So this is Sadie, so I'm just gonna pop a gloss in like that. And then I can use that. Nope, it didn't really want to go in. There you go. On my lips. And that is everything on the top layer of my makeup. So 1 through 4, 5, 6, and that's how I do my makeup. Now in the next layer, I have some options. I like to do a brow wax. So I would pop in a brow wax like this. And for me, it's something that I usually do at the end after I've done my eyeshadow. Then I could pop in some eyeshadows. This is Trust. I could do Claire, and I could do Sis. So those are 3 eyeshadows that I could put right there. And then I like to have a little brush tile, so I put that in there. So really whatever you get, you can play around with it like this, right? So let's just do a really light eyeshadow. My suggestion for eyeshadows are, they're very pigmented, and so you want to be very careful when you pick them up. So I'm just going to take my eyeshadow brush, clean it in the brush cleaning tile, and I'm just going to go lightly into, what am I going to do? Oh, I was thinking about priming my eyes. I did put a little bit of my makeup on there, but I think I'm going to put a little bit more so that it evens out the skin tone. So this is something you can do. You can just go into your Brighten color and your color corrector, and you can add it lightly on your eyelids. I should have done this earlier, but I didn't think about it. And That's what happens when you're doing live videos or, you know, videotaping yourself doing makeup. Sometimes you change the order of how you do things. So that is just going to create a nice surface for the makeup, so the makeup will grab on to my lid. Okay, so now on the second layer, I'm just gonna pop in with the fluffy end of my brush, and I wanna be really careful because Claire is a gorgeous color, but as you can tell, it's pretty dark, and I want it to be very light. I just want a light shadow. So I'm just gonna tap in lightly, and I'm gonna dust it off. I'm gonna add just a light layer so that it's just a pretty soft color along my eyelid. And you can sort of see a light color there. Just a one tap. Now, if you want to go in more, you can add more and you can build it, but be careful because it is so saturated. The other day I did a darker color and I had to blend it out, which is possible. If you put on too much, you can use one of your brushes to blend it down. So don't get scared because of the color. I'm gonna add just a little bit more right there in the corner like that. Give it a little more color. And then dab it into the other side, just to make it even. I think the hardest thing about eyeshadow is making them even. Okay, so I think they're pretty even. Okay, and I love this brush because it makes it so easy to apply. So that's just what I'm gonna do there. Now, this is Trust, and it's sort of a gray color. And what I'm gonna do with that is I'm gonna take my Etch Brush, which is this really pretty, I don't know if you can see that. It's got this really nice end to it. It's really soft. And I'm gonna brush that off because I can't remember what color I used last time. I'm just gonna go into this dark grayish tan color, and I'm gonna flip my compact over, and I'm gonna just go into my lash line, and I'm gonna just go gently into the lash line, almost like I'm in the lashes to create a little bit of an eyeliner, and it's soft. So I'm just rubbing it like that, just to make it look thicker. See the difference? It's really subtle. I just want to give my thicken my eyelashes a little bit. And it's hard to see. I'm kind of hunching over doing this. And then I'm gonna go in and do more of like an eyeliner now. Now this is why you may want to have your eyeshadows on the top layer, because as you can see, I keep going back for the mirror, and that may, ooh, okay, stop. And this is the problem with my desk. I have a standing desk. And if I hit the wrong plate, ooh, nope, don't do that. I'm gonna have to move. If I put my elbow on the desk, it goes up and down. I should lock it. I think there's a lock. Okay, lock. I should finally figure that out. I'm just gonna do a little bit here on the outer corner like this. Trust. I want this to be really subtle. And see how that's just a little bit of gray on the outer corner? It just makes my eyelashes look a little thicker. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it over here too. And you could use a brown, you could use whatever you wanted. I feel like I'm, okay, there's that. And then I'm just gonna go in with my finger into Sis and pick up some powder. And I'm just gonna add it right here to the outer middle sort of area of my eyelid like this. Give a little shimmer. Here, take this down so you can see. I like to go to the middle of my eyelid, this, and pull it over. Like this. Okay. They seem very similar, and then I'm going to take my eyeshadow brush. I'm just going to blend it like this. So just a really easy, everyday kind of look. It just brightens the middle of your eye a little bit. Can you see that? Just looking in the mirror to see. Okay. And that's pretty much everything in my palette. So what I want to do is go and do my eyebrows. So I'm going to take some setting spray. I'm going to activate the brow wax like that. And then I'm going to take my spoolie on my line brush, and I'm gonna put it in here like this. And then we need a little mascara. I like to use an eyelash curler. So I use this for my eyelashes. Oh, sometimes you can grab them and you get the wrong, ooh, you could squeeze your eyelid the wrong way. Okay, so just be careful how you do it. I've been doing it enough that I'm usually pretty good at it, but sometimes I do grab it and it's a little painful. Okay, a little mascara. Again, opening my palette again. It's so great because everything is just in one place and it's not hard to find, open. You just need some good brushes, and once you have everything in your palette in the order that you like them, it becomes so easy because in the beginning you don't know what color is what. So that's why I suggest putting them in the order that you will wear them. When I send you your results with your color match, I tell you what the colors are and how to place them, and then you can use that as a map to put your makeup on and fill your palette. I like to start with my eyes and around my eyes first so that it warms to my skin, so that when I'm using the brush, it's not pulling my skin, right? And the last thing I didn't add, which you can add, is you could do a lip liner, you could do a illuminator like this. I've been using mine for a while, so you could use the illuminator and just put it up here on your brow bone like this. There's different colors. There's some more pinky ones. There's some more skin color tone. I like this one because it's very neutral. You can go down your nose a little bit like this and just lightly dust it on your face. So there's room for that in your palette because you didn't use a lot of things. Now, I always tell my customers to be careful having powders and creams on the same layer, because if you were ever to drop your palette and your eyeshadows break, that dust will go into your creams. So just be careful. So that's why I always suggest having the 2 layers, and I use a much bigger palette because I'd like to have all my creams up here. And I did take some of my creams out. So there's that. The other thing you could do is use a lip liner. Now you could use a lip liner, or you could use your contour as a lip liner, which is kind of a neat idea. So that's one of the great things and benefits about this product is that it's multi-use. So you can just tab in and just give yourself a little color like this. And if you don't like a nude color like this, there's so many pretty colors to choose from. I just wanted to do something universal today. And then I always love this Diamonds Are Forever lipstick. It's like a lipstick gloss. And I put this on top for a little color. So yeah. So that's everything that I have and I use, and that's how to build your palette really simply, really easily. So if you liked this video, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button up there, or I'm gonna put it up there, and you can do that below here. If you're interested in a custom color match, I will link that below. That'll help me determine the right colors for your skin tone so that when you order, you know the right colors to put in your basket. So yeah, so thanks so much for being here with me. I hope you enjoyed this Get Started with Seint Fill Your Palette video, and I look forward to seeing you next time. So thanks so much. I'll see you soon.